What up, YouTube? It's your boy, Mr. Andre. Andre right here talking about the play-in games from last night. It's early in the morning for me, man. It's about 6:30 in the morning. I had to get up and go ahead and record this before I get dressed and get to work. Hey, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I did not watch the Kings and Warriors game because I gotta be about me. I have to be up about like 5 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, it wasn't happening. It wasn't happening. I'm gonna show my ladies over there on the side. Anyway, I wasn't gonna get up and watch that, but boy, the dynasty is done? Question marks, question marks. Now, of course, everybody's gonna overreact to everything that happened in the play-in regarding everything. But let's talk with the Warriors and Kings right now because, like I said, I did not watch the game. Seen some little bit of highlights. Seen. I ain't gonna lie, I box scored on this one. I ain't gonna lie, I box scored on this one. And from what I can tell, this is another Curry job, man. It was supposed to be a Curry job again. They keep depending on this man to carry the team through all the crap they've been through this whole entire season, which, as we all know, Draymond does Draymond things, whatever. He was out for a while. Andrew Wiggins hadn't played like Andrew Wiggins in 2 seasons now. Klay Thompson, post injuries, by the way, he just not the same Klay Thompson. I think we all know that. I'm not going to be going hammered on him with that because that's what happens post injuries. Steve Kerr, I ain't gonna lie. I think they should have waited on that Steve Kerr extension. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I think there's some decisions that be making that I think a lot of teams should have waited on. That should have been waiting on. I ain't gonna lie. That should have been waiting on because I think they should have realized what team they was going to try to build in the off season and then and see whether or not they was going to bring back Steve Kerr first before they went ahead and say, "Oh, here you go." Because right now, I ain't gonna lie, I'm starting to question him. I question a lot about Steve Kerr's and his lineups decisions. And I understand that in basketball, coaches go with players that help them win. I understand that very well. I understand that. However, there's also should be a writing on the wall to when it's time to start shifting and replacing these players, and when the younger guys with the younger legs are showcasing what they can do, it's time for those younger players to get those opportunities. And here, just looking at minutes I'm seeing here. Draymond played 35 minutes. We know what he's going to bring defensively for 35 minutes. That is fine. I'm not even going to trip about Draymond because I'm not expecting him to score. If he puts up 10 plus points, that's more than enough for me, in my personal opinion. Wiggins, 25 minutes. Okay. They had what's his name, Jackson Davidson, to play the center position, but he only played 11 minutes. So you can tell Steve Kerr has been so heavily involved with using the small ball lineup that they found out in 2015, 2016, that he's so in love with it that even after all these years, when other teams are doing it, and when it's not as effective as it used to be for them, he continues to do it, thinking that's going to help them move around, and it's showcasing that's not the case. That's not the case. Curry, 36 minutes because they're telling him he needs to carry. Plus, he was having bad shooting stretches post for a little while. He's been up and down a lot. Klay Thompson, 32 minutes, couldn't score anything. He just couldn't score nothing. Couldn't score nothing. And then when a player like Klay Thompson, he gets you certain rebounds, but he's not going to dish the ball out as much as possible either. So you have a legit shooter out there. And if he's not doing that, he's kind of useless because he's not the same defender that he used to be. We all know that. We know post injuries, he's not the same player he used to be. A lot of the ego, a lot of the not realizing that you're older with post injuries, you're not the same player. And when players like that happens, that's when they struggle the worst because now they're like, oh, man, I was a starter on this. We was a starter's chip. Hey, Klay, it's over with, dog. It's over. It's okay, but it's over with. It's over with. And then you have Kaminga, 28 minutes. He had 16 and 7. He was bringing something. Paz was 24 minutes. He had 5 points. He was snatching up 8 rebounds. I don't understand why he doesn't stay in the starting lineup. Those are 2 players I personally think should stay in the starting lineup at all times. And then you hopefully that Wiggins and Klay can do something off the bench. What happened to Kevon Looney? Well, I mean, I'm looking at Kevon Looney. He's played 9 minutes. Why is he? Why does Kevon Looney, a guy that we've all seen, especially last year, where in the playoffs, man, especially in those games that they desperately needed or so, Kevon Looney when comes in and he would just snatch the rebounds after rebounds. Man was like Wilt Chamberlain again, Bill Russell, hybrids on the rebounding for whatever reason. I'm like, what's this? What's going on with that? Is he no longer supposed to be playing those type of minutes anymore? Or is just Steve Kerr being Steve Kerr and refusing to give him that many minutes? I'm trying to look back. Last game that I see on his game chart was the 11th, where he played 21 minutes. He snatched. He had 9 points, 4 blocks, 11 rebounds in 21 minutes. So why is he not getting? Why is he not with a team against, especially like a team against the Sacramento Kings, who has a rebounder and Montes Sabonis, and then you got Keegan Murray can grab some rebounds too. Why wouldn't you play your best rebounder on the team? Why you don't play him more minutes? Why wouldn't you play him more minutes? This is my personal question. This season, he's played 74 games, so it's not like he's missing a lot of games. He plays 74 games, but he's only averaging 16 minutes for those 24. What? Why? Why? I don't understand that. I don't understand that. Last year, when he played 24 minutes, that's it, 24 minutes last year. The man averaged 7 points. Once again, not a personal perspective score. He snatched up 9 rebounds. So you potentially you have a double digit rebounder on your team that you're refusing to play 25, 30 minutes. Now, if it's now if he has some health issues, if he has health issues and random morning stuff, if he has health issues or something like that where he can't play X amount of minutes, that's one thing. But at the same time, like I said, those playoffs from last year and stuff, the man was playing 25 minutes and stuff like that. He was snatching rebounds out the last year, played 25 minutes. 25 minutes, 6.5 points. Once again, not expecting him to score. 13 rebounds in 25 minutes. So you're saying, so it clearly, clearly, Steve Kerr don't know what he's doing with him. Hey, if that's the case, my Thunder need to get up on that, man. Hey, Sam Presley, you probably ain't gonna watch this video, but if the Warriors don't want to play, if Steve Kerr and the Warriors don't want to play Kevon Looney 25 minutes so that man can grab up some rebounds and play some good defense and be a live threat, we need to get him this offseason. I'm just saying. That's all I know. If they don't want him, we'll take him. Rough game for the Warriors. This rough game. They got blown out. It wasn't even close no more. It was blown out. You'll think Kings versus Warriors. This is the rematch from last year. We get the matchup again. I had the Warriors beating the Kings. I thought that somebody get hot outside of Curry, and that would be more than enough to take down the Kings. Clearly, that's not the case at all. Clearly, this offseason, they didn't make a lot of decisions. Sadly for Chris Paul, dang. Tragic. Should have told them news. Nah, you can't send me to the Warriors. Send me somewhere else. Send me back to Oklahoma City. You can't send me to the Warriors. Send me back to OKC. At least they can treat me right or whatever. Not being the playoffs right now. Don't send me to the Warriors, man. It sucks, but they got a lot of decisions to make. My personal opinion. If you don't know my personal opinion, move on from Draymond, move on from Wiggins, move on from Klay Thompson. No, if Klay Thompson wants to come back on a minimum contract and maybe come back on a smaller contract and come out as a sixth man like Ray Allen did come off the bench like Ray Allen did for the Miami Heat during the Heat's run, that's fine. But everything else needs to change. Pods need to be starting next to Curry. You need Kuminga out there starting. You need Kevon Looney to get more minutes. And you need to find a different identity in the offseason. But let's focus on the Sacramento Kings. Shout out to the Sacramento Kings. I think it's the first time I've seen this in a cool minute that the starting lineup was all 15 plus points. 15 plus points. Everybody scored. Fox doing his thing. Ellis doing his thing. Sabonis doing his thing. Barnes even showed up to do his thing. And Keegan Murray had a 32 points, 9 rebounds. That's that boy. That boy kind of good. They didn't really get much from their bench. Not surprising. They didn't get too much from their bench. Hardly anything from their bench, which That makes it more impressive that they was able to blow out the Warriors like this, 118-94. Godly. Shout out to the Kings. Like I said, I had to go back and forth. I said I was back and forth on there doing my prediction. I was like, I don't even know who's gonna win that. I was like, if I had to slide with a team, I'll slide with the Warriors based off of. I don't know why I slide with the Warriors. I personally thought that the Kings might not have enough offensive firepower, especially coming off the bench. The bench part, I was definitely correct on. They had nobody on the bench score close to 10. You had Trey Lyles with 7 points in 19 minutes, though. And it's just at this game, for this game, the starting lineup all balled out. So that's why I was like, okay. That's what took me back. I was like, okay, well, at least the starting lineup was able to do what they needed to do. So shout out to the Sacramento Kings for going into the next round. They got against the Pelicans because LA versus the Pelicans. I didn't watch the first. I watched the last was it 3 minutes of the second quarter, and I watched the entire second half of the show. I had to go shopping. Came home. I was like, man, I need to hurry up because I need to watch these games. I'm already upset that I ain't at home watching this game already. So watching this game, what I was focused on a lot is how exactly will how the Pelicans deal with the Lakers size, how did the Pelicans offense look when Zion's not on the floor, how the Brandon Ingram them is going to play, and a lot of stuff stood out to me in that second half of the game. One of the things that stand out for the game is once again the half court offense minus Zion is shaky, very, very shaky. CJ McCollum had a bad game. He was just bad the whole game. He was ice cold. He couldn't do nothing, so they sat him on a bench. Brandon Ingram, there was a couple times in the game where Brandon Ingram just threw shots up. I don't understand that. I don't know what's going on with the man's minds. I don't know what's going on with him mentally. Mentally, I don't know what's going on with him, but he was out there just tossing shots up for no reason, in my personal opinion. It was a play to where he gets the ball. I think it's probably like 18 seconds on. It's still 18 seconds in the shot clock, and the man just shot a whatever shot he wanted to. I was like, oh, okay, look, that's a choice. That's a choice. That's definitely a choice. That's not a play I would go to and do ever again, but that's a choice. So those two players, CJ and Brandon Ingram, was benched. They were benched. Ingram did not play the rest of the game, especially in the fourth quarter and stuff. That was like, oh, they're not bringing him back. I'm not bringing him back in the game if he's playing that bad and he seems like he's out of it. He don't want to try to. I don't know what's going on, but that's not going to work. As you can tell, that did not work. Zion had a 40-piece game, and then the last 3 minutes of the fourth quarter, he got hurt. He was very upset about that. I thought he was started crying. I thought he was like crying because he could feel it there right there to get back into the playoffs for the first time for his career. I thought that was going on, and then find out that he was actually injured, and he was highly pissed off that he was injured. Hopefully, it's nothing major. At this point in time, like I said, it's early in the morning. I haven't seen anything, no reports, anything just yet. So I'll assume it later on when the East Coast wakes up. I think they're like an hour ahead of us or so. Whenever they wake up and whatever, or well, maybe West Coast. Whenever they can get the information, we'll find out what's going on. Hopefully, it's nothing major, and he can still play. Come Friday, I think it's Friday. Friday's the play. The rest of the play-in game. I think it's Friday. So hopefully that he's not nothing major. It's just maybe a strain or something. Maybe it's something like, oh, he landed wrong or something, and he just need to take some days off. Cool, you got some days off to take it off. Hopefully that's the case. The half court offense was really bad when he was sitting on the floor. When he was sitting, they just didn't know what to do. They highly didn't know what to do. Yeah, it's Friday. I thought so. It's Friday. I know I wasn't crazy. I know I wasn't crazy. Friday, definitely Friday. Ball didn't really move that much when he was off the floor. Zion, like I said, Zion's entire game is to get inside that paint and dominate and hope somebody can stop him. Is what he is at this point in time in his career. And as I explained last time in my play-in prediction, is that he has to start taking more mid-rangers before he starts taking threes. That way he can get a little bit more comfortable and his offense can open up a little bit more. Because, like I said, teams are going to sag off of Zion as he's going to try to get to the paint. And he will successfully get to the paint. I mean, 40 points. He got to the paint. He dominated that paint. A couple times you could tell he's bigger and stronger because he just ran through AD a lot of the times. At the same time, the Pelicans gonna have to go into a different. However, the next game against the Kings go, It depends on if Zion plays or not. Zion's not playing. I got the Kings as of right now. I'm gonna say the Kings. I'm gonna beat the Pelicans. Depends on if Zion gonna be playing or not. Because Zion playing, that changes my opinion. I think the Pelicans can get the Kings, but once again, toss up, toss up, toss up. But their offense is not good. But then again, it could be because of players that they don't put out there. You know, we had Trey Murphy the third come out there, the long threes. Godly, he can hit them mugs. That it seemed like they're so long too. I was like, dang, boy, how long the ball's in the air? But he smacks them, smack them, knack them. On the Lakers side of things, the Lakers, you can tell they're a veteran team. You can tell this is what they do. At some point, they got up. What was it? It was 73 or I want to say it was 73-53. And it was after the third quarter started. They had, people getting a little run. They called a timeout, and then they kept going on that run. And I was like, yeah, nah. What get the Pelicans back in the game was the Lakers not hitting their shots or whatever. Some of them not hitting their shots. Some LeBron Bass shots too that they still like force the ball into his hand a lot. So it's a natural thing that happens. Of course, we saw to where LeBron sits on the floor and the Pelicans make this big comeback. Something they need to adjust still, which I don't understand how any team can't adjust to that whenever they sit their best player that they can't find some sort of offense. You'll think a player is so like, oh, he's sitting on the floor. Hey, pass me the ball real quick. Pass me the ball. Let me see that ball. Let me see that ball real quick. But that's still an adjustment period that people still got to go through. I don't get it. I don't know. But the Lakers did get it done. They did get it done. They got it done. I told people that it made no sense for the Lakers to try to avoid you see what happens now, right? You imagine if they wanted to lose and then they got to deal with the Kings next. Sabonis like, oh, is that Anthony Davis over there? Oh yeah, that's my boy. That's my guy. I got him. Type deal. You know what I'm saying? Austin Reeves looks very quiet out there. I'm not gonna lie. I seen D'Angelo Russell made some good plays and he played pretty solidly from what I can tell. I mean, from what I've seen from that second half only. Austin Reeves, he's gonna be one of those guys that's gonna have quiet games. He's gonna have a lot of quiet, good production games. He had 14. I was like, oh, he had 14. I was like, that's what's up. That's what's up. So games like that where he's just good, solid, good, not going crazy. It's one of those games gonna be real quiet underneath the rug. Underneath the rug. Definitely underneath the rug. Anthony Davis offensively didn't play too good. Defensively, he did the best he can, but he did close out the games. So that's good. That's excellent. That's excellent. But they got the Nuggets. A lot of some Lakers fans I've seen said they wanted the Nuggets now instead of waiting. We'll see how this runs out. Let's see what kind of plays. Let's see what kind of what's going to be the ideal going against them. We'll see it. We'll definitely see what's going to happen. My Thunder will be dealing with either the Pelicans or the Kings. Like I said, I mean, I always felt like if we get one of those teams, if we get anybody but the Lakers, I felt like we're good enough to get out of the first round. So I think we are better than both all the other teams, the Warriors, the Pelicans, and the Kings. In my personal opinion, I think we're better than all three of those teams. I think we can. I believe we can beat all three of those teams. I was like the Lakers. Our rebound is going to be ridiculous. It's going to be suffering because as you can tell, Anthony Davis had like 15 rebounds or something like that, 15, 16 rebounds. That was one player. That's not even including rebounds. LeBron he grabbed like 9 rebounds himself and other players. So I was like, I don't want that. I don't want that. you dodge your smoke. No, I just want a better matchup for us. That's all I want. I want a better matchup. That's all. But that's the second. I mean, that's the first round. We got the Heat and 76ers tonight, and then it's also the Bulls and Hawks. I don't care for the Bulls and Hawks. So I think the Heat and what time the Heat and 76? I'm about to be at work. I'm about to be at work for these games, which sucks. This is what happens when you work 10 hours. When you work 10 hours a day and you're trying to watch basketball and trying to upload on YouTube. Yeah, they start about 6. Man, hopefully it's Wednesday. I mean, I don't even know. I don't know. Hopefully, I can get out of work at a good, decent time so I can get home and watch some basketball with y'all, and hopefully I can get a better thing. But if not, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna try to watch the network. I don't know. But y'all let me know down in the comment section what y'all thinking about the play-in. The games, last night's games. You let me know down in the comment section who y'all got winning still, who y'all got winning. I'll catch you guys tomorrow morning for the recap for the 76ers and Heat. I don't care for the Bulls and Hawks game, the 76ers and Heat. All right, y'all have a good Wednesday.